Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Koda, and today guys, Bungie has released a Q&A, and I'm going to go over all of the questions and answers, so sit back and enjoy. So the first question asks, just wondering how we'll be able to get our current exotic weapons up to the new damage cap when House of Wolves comes out. Will it be the same system as the Dark Below? The answer to that question was it will not be the same system, and we'll span this in detail before we drop House of Wolves, so you know all the nitty-gritty details. Then there's a question that says buff the No Land Beyond. It's the most useless exotic ever, and I totally agree with that. The No Land Beyond totally hyped people up too much, and it's a terrible weapon, along with the Necrochasm, guys. But this is what they had to say to it. They said, No Land Beyond was built with a very specific playstyle in mind. Fast sniping, run, and gun. Quickscope precision shots at close range. It is primarily a PvP playstyle, and we wanted to give players who like this style of weapon that suits their skill set. Admittedly, the weapon is not very forgiving to players who are already acclimated to playing like this. They'll probably die a lot trying to get consistent headshots in the Cruicble. Dying over and over isn't fun. The question we asked too in the future exotic weapons patch is how much more accessible we want this weapon to be. Did we go far in creating a niche weapon that only a few people enjoy? If we did, is that okay? Can we make it easier to use? If we did, would that turn the Crucible into a non-stop No Land Beyond headshot murderfest? At surface level, there are definitely things we can make to the NLB better. You have some great suggestions, but we also need to consider the wake that incur if everyone had a super sweet one-shot kill weapon in their primary slot in the Crucible. We will definitely continue to listen to your feedback when it comes time to do another exotic weapon update. I'm sure we'll look closely at the No Land Beyond. Then there was also a question that says, can Inferno be a permanent playlist? They say there's a possibility that it could be permanent depending on how you all react to it. We want to stay fluid and keep the option open. The advantage of debuting modes like Inferno in the rotation playlist are, among other reasons, the bigger the population, the bigger the matchmaking. Having mode variant leave and come back from time to time raises the overall quality of the experience for everybody. If we see big enough consistent numbers of players over long enough timeline, that opens the conversation of finding a more permanent home for mods like these. In the future, we want a healthy ecosystem of modes that balance playlist quantity with quality, as it gives us the most room to make new awesome stuff. But community feedback on what modes and variants you want to see in Destiny will always be super helpful to us. And here's a question everybody's wondering: why are the Crucible rewards so scarce, given at random to players seemingly always to be the worst player and are most often not very low quality of no use? And their answer was Crucible rewards are on the low side for sure, an issue we intend to address in a future update. The rewards are random to encourage everybody in the game to play it to completion, rather than only the winners staying. So guys, that's your answer right there. The rewards are definitely random. It may seem like the worst player gets the Galahorns and all these other exotics, but in reality, it's completely random. And here's another question about the Iron Banner, guys. It says, will we ever see Iron Banner applied to more than just control? And they say that's something we're talking about internal. This one says, my concern is some of the exotic weapons aren't receiving the love they deserve. A quick reference to this would be the Universal Remote or the No Land Beyond and some of the less used exotics. Then they respond saying, you unknowingly touched on very tricky part of making exotic guns. They need to be unique and useful. Unique implies different and special. Useful implies accessible and understandable to many players. Some exotics do this well, and some players leave wanting a little bit more. I will never forget an interaction I had with a coworker. He was lamenting Thorn. He didn't like the slow reload or the shallow 3-round magazine. This was also addressed in the patch. We have it 9 rounds and a faster reload. The day after the patch went live, he sadly told me that he thought Thorn had lost its character. Even though it got better and we had addressed his pain point, his fantasy of what made Thorn unique was reduced. We'll continue to try to find the right balance for all exotic guns. We know they're special. We consider them important items in the Destiny world, and they will be always looked at for future patches. But anyway guys, that is it for today's video. Sorry guys that this was a long video. Bungie's responses to every single question is important in my opinion, guys. Everybody has their own opinion, I understand, but I love Destiny and I think they are doing a very good job. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think these changes that are coming in the future are going to be interesting? Do you think Bungie is doing a great job and they're well on their way? Leave it in the comment section below. But as always guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button down below. It helps me a lot. And those guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button for some more daily Destiny content. And as always guys, I'm Koda, and I'll catch you guys next time.